talk to you a little bit today about where I am on my journey with my drone flying. About 10 months ago, I bought the DJI Air 2S drone, and this thing has been fantastic. I started out with the original Mavic Mini, and I lost two of them. This is actually my third. Um, Before I really learned to fly really well, I took a few bumps and bruises, but I think I've got the hang of it now. I'm doing pretty well. I've had this for 10 months, no crashes, much more careful with it. I know better now I can send it and where I can't, and it has sensors, so it's kept me out of trouble. But this thing has been fantastic. But lately now, I'm seeing a lot of content producers are showing the new DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I was wondering, well, can I replace my Air 2S with the Mini 3? I've known some people who do things like that with phones and computers. They buy the latest and greatest, and then a few months later, I find out they've sold it and they bought something different. And it's like, well, should I do that with my drone? I looked up the capabilities in the Mini 3. I'm like most of the people out there, I'm not someone who DJI sends drones in advance of their release for free to test out. So I have to buy everything I use, like most of us. So I'm careful with what I spend. I do have my commercial license. I can make money with my drone. I'm available to, but I've not gotten a whole lot of offers for it. I'm not actively looking for it. I'm not a professional pilot in my day gig. So if I can make money, great. If not, that's fine too. I'm basically a hobbyist. So anything I spend, I have to get some great looking images as my only return on my investment. Um, I have no problems with the Air 2S. The Air 2S has just been amazing for photos and video. I've gotten some really great quality photos, some panoramas, and some of the video clips I've been able to upload to Adobe Stock. I haven't sold any yet, but they've been accepted. They're of a level of quality that's good enough for Adobe, so I'm happy with that. And I would love to get to where I sell a few and make some extra money passively over time, but we'll see how that goes. But I started looking at the new Mini 3 Pro, and it does a lot of what the Air 2S can do. The camera is not quite as big, but it's comparable in quality to what the Air 2S does. The batteries, it has a little longer flight time, so that's great. It has the expanded battery. It takes it over the weight limit, but I'm not really concerned with that. And it's advertised up to 40 minutes, but we all know that's probably closer to 30 when you have to bring it back and safely get it back to its home point. So I do like the lighter, smaller size of the Mini. I usually carry this with me everywhere I go in my backpack. I put it inside the DJI bag and then put that bag inside my backpack. But I don't like to carry my backpack everywhere I go, like out while I'm flying, because people these days are on edge with everything going on. And when they see someone walking around with a large backpack, it can cause people to freak out if they don't know what you're doing, and especially when you pull a drone out and start flying around. So I always try to be discreet when I fly, which is one of the things I really love about the size of the minis. They're so small and discreet, and they don't make a lot of noise, so you can take one out, put one up, bring it down, and put it in your pocket, and nobody even knows it's there. The Air 2S is pretty close to that, though. For the quality level, like I said, I've always got it with me, so it's my go-to workhorse. I've only flown the original Mini, since I got the Air 2S, maybe a time or two, just to keep it working and make sure the batteries, are charged up every once in a while. But I haven't had a need to, with its level of quality and the image sizes. I don't have any need to fly it with the Air 2S. But it is my backup drone, so if anything happens to the Air 2S, I still have a drone to fly, which in the past I had been without a drone, and that was very difficult. I always wanted to get back in the air, so having a backup drone, just something to keep flying, is fantastic. So I'm gonna definitely hang on to it. Um, but the new Mini 3, it has all the quick shots, the master shots, all the camera trickery, the active track following, everything that the Air 2S does, the new Mini 3 does too. And it has the added bonus of being able to rotate the camera into a vertical aspect. So you could get native vertical video and photos for Instagram and for TikTok, which I do try to post on those two platforms every day, as well as YouTube Shorts. So the vertical aspect is great. With the Air 2S, I film in 5.4K, and then I crop it, which my image is bigger than the vertical one. The aspect, I think, is 1920 pixels for those. It's been really good to have the full wide picture, though, even formatting it vertically, because I can slide it and get some extra motion that if you had just a vertical shot, that would be it. And there are times where I've been a little off center, tracking something or flying something, or I want to focus on one thing or add some extra movement to a shot. I can fly the drone straight ahead and then later reformat it vertically and just pan it from one side to the other over the course of 30 seconds or a minute, and it adds the illusion of motion, which is kind of cool. So I'm not too concerned about the vertical aspect. Photography, it would be great to be able to get your full megapixel resolution in a vertical image. I would like that, but it's not really a deal breaker. Most of what I post is for social media. There are some things, the high quality stuff I put on Adobe stock, but I'm not really selling that much of it. I think over the course of the last 6 months since I've really been posting stuff, I've made like $21, and it doesn't pay out until it gets to 50, I think. So it'll be great if it starts taking off, but that's not my main motivation. Mainly what I do with it is just share what I do on social media every day. And most people look at that on their phones, so the vertical aspect is great, but it's not something that I have to have. I have been cropping that myself just fine, and it's worked. So that's not that big of a sway for me. Another thing to take into consideration is that I live in a coastal city right by the ocean, and we do get some really breezy days here. And the original Mini, when I would put that up, I would get wind warnings all the time. I've heard the Mini 2 was better, and the Mini 3, I'm sure, is better still. But at 249 grams, it gets pushed around by the wind a good bit. The Air 2S has just been solid. I've had days where I've had close to 30 mile per hour gusts at 200 feet, and looking at the Before You Fly app, and it handles fantastically. I've never gotten a wind warning at all. Now I don't fly if it's too much. There've been some days where I've looked at the trees and said, no, I'm not putting it up. I'm not going to risk sending it out and then trying to fight against the wind to get it back. And certainly not when I'm at the beach or the river. I don't want to get it over the water and not be able to land it. So I've not had any wind trouble with this. So solid in the air. I'm a little concerned that if I got a Mini, I would have trouble with the wind again. That may not be that much of an actual concern, but it's not something I'm all that worried about trading the size for the quality. So yeah, with the level of the shots, it's about the same. I do get the 5.4K resolution with the Air 2S, which has come in handy sometimes for cropping in. or zooming. So I like having that. And with the Mini 3 now, I looked at the price that people were selling the Air 2S on eBay. I would not get near what I paid for it. And like I said, it's been almost a year now that I've had it, so it is a used drone, and I've gotten a lot of great use out of it. So I would basically be trading one for the other. The new remote is kind of nice, but it's not. I don't know. It has a few drawbacks that, like, it's not connected to a cellular network. So if I need to unlock a zone and get permission to fly, I can do that easily on my phone. But um, I don't know about the remote yet. I love the idea of the built-in screen, but again, I've already got the standard remote, so it's working for me. I don't want to pay another couple $100 just to for a little convenience. I want something different, and as of yet, I don't really see anything that the Mini 3 would give me in my final shots that I can't get now. So I'm gonna stick with the Air 2S for the time being. Uh, with the release record of DJI lately with the Mavic 3 and now the Mini 3 Pro. I'm wondering if Air 3 is maybe on the horizon. I can't imagine what features they would put in. Maybe they'll give us a rotating camera. If the quality gets any better, it'll be up there close to the Mavic 3. But like with all the new releases lately, the prices have also been going up significantly. They're offering more options. If they sell the new RC remote by itself, maybe I would get that if it becomes compatible with the Air 2S. But it's not something I really have to have right now. I would love an FPV drone. I've been looking at those. I saw something this week that was really cool. The Insta360 Sphere camera that clips on to the Air 2S and gives you basically a 360 camera that makes the drone invisible. I think it would set me back about $450, which is a lot, but to have a 360 camera on a drone, I saw some videos that people were making. They put the drone next to a building and then they just simply lowered it. And then in post, they did a speed ramp on it, and they rotated the view in post, and it looked like they were diving the building with an FPV drone. It was amazing. It's like that's the kind of footage I want without the risk to the drone. You don't have to worry about smashing into the ground or pulling up and smashing into something else, a tree or a car or anything. So I've never flown FPV. I'm a little intimidated by the prospect of it, especially when you look at the cost of it. You know, sending a $900 drone nosediving into the ground or hitting a building, because it always looks great the closer you come to things. So I'm a little nervous about that, but to be able to get those kind of 360 shots, man, if you do like a single pass straight ahead with the drone, you could take your 360 shot afterward and render several different views and get 3 or 4 different clips out of it for social media. So that to me has a lot of value, and that gives me a capability that I don't currently have. So that I could see as maybe my next purchase in this hobby. But for right now, I don't think the Mini 3 Pro is something that I'm going to get. I wouldn't mind it, but if I didn't have a drone, that would be the one that I would get. But for right now, I think having the Air 2S, I'm gonna stick with that. I've got the accessories to go with it. I've got prop guards. I've got the LED light for the distance flying or night flying, and being able to be seen at a 3-mile distance. So the ND filters, all that stuff I've got. So I'm gonna stick with what I have for now, and yeah, I'm gonna see what DJI comes out with next, and but at the prices, it's got to offer me a lot of bang for the buck. And like I said, I think the Insta360 Sphere is definitely something that would offer me some expanded capability that I don't currently have, but and it fits right on the Air 2S, so that's in my wheelhouse. But that's where I am at the moment. It's supposed to rain today, so I've not gone out flying. It looks pretty sunny at the moment, though, so I may. But thanks for watching, and if you like what I do here, consider giving me a thumbs up and a subscribe. And I'm going to finish this off with some recent clips I've taken around the Daytona Beach area. And you guys enjoy, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.